Right. It's been a whole lot. We had a 2 day break and we're back like we never left. I hope in that 2 days you've been able to reflect, go through the curriculum, and you've been able to catch up with a lot of things. So today we're going to be talking about practicing patience, right? And what does it mean? What does patience mean? In my own word, I would say that patience is being of best behavior while you're waiting. Now, an example that comes to mind is you have been promised a certain thing and it will take you 30 days for that thing to come. Probably you ordered something from a popular e-commerce website and your delivery days are going to be in 30 days, right? You're going to get that delivered in 30 days. So what do you do while you're waiting for that delivery? Do you go online, throwing tantrums, and because you are quite sure that it's going to come in 30 days, you're going to be of best behavior. You're going to have that good behavior, that good character, staying calm. And sometimes patience is you also being easy on other people, right? Your sister keeps doing something to you and you don't like it. You've warned her severally and she has still not stopped. Patience is you giving her some time to process her character. You would desire something from your parents and they're not giving it to you. Patience is you giving them time. So patience is taking slow chews, right? I think that word again works for me. Taking slow chews, giving people excuses, understanding that people are at different phases of their life and they're going to come through when they can, right? So patience is sometimes looking like something that you can't do. It looks like a lot, like it is really sometimes. Being patient means that you have to forbear a lot of things, but I can tell you that for a truth and of a truth, you can actually do it. Now you need to be patient with yourself. Sometimes, I've been talking about you being patient with other people, right? Sometimes you need to be patient with yourself. You need to take things slowly with yourself. You want to achieve everything, you want to do everything in a short while, and you're not just allowing yourself rest. You're not allowing yourself try. So patience sometimes can be for yourself, it can be for other people. Now, why is it important to have patience? Why is patience important? It helps you avoid making bad decisions. We've talked about taking a breather when it comes to decision making. Now, patience is that thing also that helps you from taking bad decisions. If you're not patient with the things you do, you might find yourself in loops of negative behavior. Now, it helps you build stronger relationship. Who will not want a friend who is patient with him or her, with the way they are wrongs and all of that thing. Patience is that thing that helps you build that long-lasting relationship because people kind of trust you and they want to continue to be around you. It helps you go through challenges. You're having this time with your studies and you're not able to ace that particular subject and it's really bothering you. Sometimes you might need to be patient with yourself, right? That you have not gotten it does not mean you will not get it. So patience helps you go through challenges in life and it reduces your stress and frustration. It reduces the amount of energy that you put into thinking and overthinking, right? Now, what do you need patience when waiting for your turn? Sometimes you see people, they can't just wait, like they have to jump the queue. I know you've seen some of them. Maybe you're in school, you're trying to take turns to go to your class, or you are at a food court, or there's something you're trying to do. Even trying to get a bus, you see people shunting, they can't even wait, right? Patience is telling you that when you're on the queue, it is onus on you to wait on that queue. Now, when you're learning something new, I'm trying to learn French, to how to speak French. Sometimes I say some things and they have to tell you, no, give it another try. If you're not patient, you just give up and say, oh, I can't do this. You're trying to learn a new subject, you're trying to learn an additional skill. You need patience. You need to take your time. You need to be of best behavior. Let it come gradually, right? When someone annoys you, we're talking about emotional intelligence. Sometimes people get on your nerves and you want to let go, but you have to calm down. And someone once said that in the history of calming down, has never has calmed anybody in the history of calming down. So yeah, But I will say this, you need to calm down, right? You need to take it slowly. You need to take it gradually. Now, when the plans don't go your way, you need to be patient as well. When plans are not going your way, you need to be patient. Now, what are the 5 signs that you are not losing patience, that you are not exhibiting patience as you should? Now, when you start tapping your feet, we talked about anger, that when you start fisting your hand, it means you're angry. When you realize that you're tapping your feet, like you keep tapping your feet, it means that you're running out of patience. You're no longer having that level of patience. When you are sighting or rolling your eyes, like, now you can feel it, and you can see these things in other people as well. Now, when you start snapping at other people, when you get cranky, that one is me. The moment I start getting cranky, I start snapping at people around, I just feel like, guys, you know what? Can we take a break? Give me some time. Let me take a breather, and I'll be right back. Because at that time, I know that my patience quota is now very low. So patience is you knowing, these signs that would help you that, oh, Tolu, you're already running out of patience, and you can start to control them. Now, giving up is easily. There are times when you are doing something and you've been doing it and you just feel like, you know what, I ain't doing this anymore. When you get to that level, you know that you need to refill your patience tank. Now, how do you build your patience power? Number 1, take a deep breath. If you've been persistent with this training, you will know that taking a deep breath is a everyday goal, everyday gold mine, right? It works every now and then. Taking a deep breath works every now and then. All you just need to do is take a deep breath. Just give that breather. Take a deep breath, and before you know it, it start to work well. So you take a deep breath, and the next thing you want to do is you want to say kind words to yourself, right? Remember we said you being of best behavior when you are waiting. You need to say kind words to yourself, right? Don't say, oh, you're just stupid. You're not getting this. And we're going to talk about negative self-talk in one of the coming classes. But you need to take a deep breath. You need to say kind words to yourself. And you have to practice waiting. I told you the last time, or one of those classes, that I used to rehearse how I respond. I used to rehearse how I respond how I would respond when someone does something to you. You need to rehearse waiting. You need to tell yourself how and why you need to wait. Now you need to shift your focus. One of the things I've also realized is that when you're waiting and you start to get tired, it's a sign that something good is coming close. So that might be a time for you to shift your focus. When you feel like I can't do this anymore, just try and do something else. Try to, before you know it, the time will be over. Now set a countdown or use a timer, right? If you are trying to do a task and you already said, oh, I'm doing 30 minutes, and in 15 minutes you want to, you're already tired, you want to get up. One of the things you can do for yourself is to set a time and do, like some people use hourglass, and it starts to dribble down, so it gives you a perspective to know that, yeah, it's a time to wait. So we've talked about patience, and I want to give this scenario. So imagine you're in the long queue for lunch, and the queue is really, really long, and you're feeling very hungry. What can you do to stay calm and patient? Now, this is going to be in your worksheet. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but write in your worksheet, you're going to see this question, and I hope you're going to respond to it. Now, you're going to, I'm going to say this quote. Patience is not the ability to wait, but how you behave while you're waiting, right? A popular some people might know, her name is Joyce Meyer, was the one that said this, right? Patience is not the ability to wait. It is what you do while you're waiting. So while you're on that queue, waiting for that food, trying to do that thing, what you do while you're there. Are you on that queue making noise and shouting at the chefs in the kitchen or something, or you are throwing tantrums, or you just want to take out some time to probably talk to a friend about something you've been wanting to talk to him or her about? You know, you have to decide what to do when you're waiting. So thank you very much. I hope you start to practice patience going on from today. See you the next day. Bye.